Well, dip me in gravy and call me glorified. Welcome to the DeepSouth Podcast, hosted by me, Possum Paw McGraw Jr., the only man to survive 3 lightning strikes, 2 angry turkeys, and 1 mildly haunted air fryer. Today's story ain't about politics. It ain't about conspiracies. This one's about me accidentally becoming a prophet, as one does. All I did was drink a jar of mysterious moonshine. Next thing I know, half the trailer park's wearing homemade flannel robes and chanting at a grill. So, light yourself a citronella candle, clutch your Slim Jim cross, and gather round. It started like most divine journeys do, in the back of a moldy pantry. Now, I ain't known for cleaning, so when I reached for a can of chili and found a dusty mason jar labeled only with duct tape and the words "Do not drink unless you're ready," I knew 2 things. 1, this was a bad idea, and 2, I was born ready. So, I opened it up. That moonshine was clearer than my aunt's glass eye and burned like the devil's mouthwash. I took 1 swig, just 1. That's all it took. Then, everything slowed down. The porch light started flickering. I heard a raccoon hissing in the distance, and it sounded holy. Now, I'm not saying I died, but I definitely left my body for a bit. What I saw can only be described as a flaming Fruit Loop the size of a dump truck hovering over a field of crushed beer cans, chanting, "Chosen, chosen." A bald eagle wearing a NASCAR jacket flying alongside a possum with a tiny crown. And a voice from the heavens saying, "He who controlleth the cereal commandeth the destiny of breakfast and beyond." And then a council of raccoons in cloaks gathered around a bonfire made of old TV guides. They showed me a spoon, no, the spoon, glowing gold, floating down into my outstretched hands like I was the dang messiah of syrup. It was profound. It was majestic. It was also, I'd later realize, 99% a cereal commercial I saw when I was 6. But I didn't figure that out until right in the middle of redneck mail time. Next morning, I wake up in a folding chair, shirt inside out, pants gone, covered in cornmeal and honey.
What the hell?
I stagger down the street and see the trailer folks staring at me like I'm Moses dipped in skull. Apparently, while I was tripping on the sacred sauce, I wandered from porch to porch shouting, "The flaming loop has spoken. Y'all must cleanse yourself with barbecue rub. Don't trust the owl, he's got a license." They took that as prophecy. They wrote it all down, printed pamphlets. By the time I got to lot 9, they were holding hands in a circle chanting, "I love you, Dad." And they were wearing robes made of my flannels. I saw Cletus wearing my prize red and black shirt with a tear in the armpit like it was a dang tabernacle. They call themselves the Order of the Glazed Prophet, and their rituals include pouring out a little RC Cola for the lost ones, whoever the hell that is, burying boxes of Fruit Loops to bless the soil, going down to the gas station and whispering confessions into the Slim Jim rack.
I love you, Slimothy James.
They set up an altar made from 3 recliners, an upside-down kiddie pool, and my old grill. They burned a pork chop as a sacrifice. It smelled biblical. They even started singing a hymn they wrote. I tried to shut it down, folks, but then they handed me a staff made of PVC pipe, deer antlers, and pork rinds, and I gotta admit, I look frickin' majestic. This week, possums in little red robes held their arms up high over a sacrificial donut to bring letters from y'all. It's time for everybody's favorite segment, Redneck Mail Time.
Redneck Mail Time. It's time for Redneck Mail Time. Yee-haw, Redneck Mail Time.
Letter number 1 comes from Brenda Joe in Kentucky. Paul, do you think the cereal visions were real or a marketing glitch? Well, Brenda, I think reality and advertising blurred long ago. I truly believe that commercial tapped into a deeper breakfast truth. Think about it. Cereal is the only food with mascots, rules, puzzles, and prizes. That's not food, that's theology. And I was the chosen vessel. So, whether it came from heaven or from General Mills, the message was clear. You are what you eat, and I am a prophet of corn syrup. Letter number 2 comes from Luke Freak 420. And it says, what would your 10 commandments be if you wrote them? Well, let's see. Number 1, thou shalt not flip thy four-wheeler. 2, thou shalt honor thy barbecue and thy brisket. 3, thou shalt not steal another man's cooler. 4, thou shalt not microwave fish indoors. Number 5, remember the gas station and keep it stocked. Number 6, thou shalt not text thy cousin after 2 a.m. Number 7, if it glows, don't poke it. Number 8, trust not the squirrel with no tail. Number 9, thou shalt be nice to strangers and people who ain't the same as you. It ain't hard, people. Be nice to members of the LGBTQ community. Be nice to people who don't look and act like you. Just smile and wave, or keep your mouth shut and move on. We'll all be happier for it. And number 10, always finish your plate. Letter number 3 comes from Jeb Jr. down in Florida. He asks, is Gerald the GPS poltergeist part of the cult too? Now, Gerald don't want to be in the cult, but they made him a spirit guide emeritus. He sits in his jar mumbling things like, take the next left unless you fear your past, and beware the crossroads near the Sonic. They offer him sardines and incense. I think he enjoys the attention even if he grumbles. Letter number 4 comes from Maggie in West Virginia. She asks, do y'all have a holy day? Well, yes ma'am. It's every Sunday morning. They call it Lootmas. They gather at the trampoline pit behind Randy's trailer. They do a holy hop while singing the hymn of the Glazed Prophet. Then we all share a community bowl of cereal, usually Fruit Loops unless someone's feeling sinful and brings Captain Crunch. Then someone reads from the Book of Cracklins. Last week's reading, lo, the milk overflowed, and Paul saith, let it be chocolate. Letter number 5 comes from Randy the robe thief himself. And Randy says, hey Paul, can I be high priest now that my robe's got your chili stains? Randy, wearing my chili ain't a miracle. That's just bad aim. But I will admit, you've shown devotion. You drank the sacred RC. You memorized the chant. And you did fall face first into the altar of fire without crying. So I reckon you get to be the high priest. But you also got to clean the altar recliner. Fair is fair. I don't make the rules. So what did we learn today? Don't drink unlabeled moonshine unless you're willing to become a breakfast messiah. And maybe, just maybe, if life gives you visions of raccoons and cereal, start a cult. Or at least a support group. This is Possum Paw McGraw Jr. signing off. Y'all stay glazed and glorious, and remember, don't ever trust a loopless prophet.